Guys, guess where I'm at? If the YouTube title was enough of a hint, this should be behind me. I am in Seoul, South Korea for the first time, and I'm here with my friend Sarah for a weekend trip, and I thought I would show you, from an expert myself, who this is my first time in Korea by the way, the perfect weekend itinerary, starting today with the Imperial Palace. Today's kind of our traditional day, and this is one of the main things to do in Seoul, and this palace is amazing. It was super cheap to get into, under like $5 to get in, and we've been walking around a little bit so far, and it is amazing. So, starting with the Korean Palace, let's go explore. So, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Imperial Palace in Japan, but you can't really walk through it. It's still active. The family, the royal family still lives there. You can really just kind of go around the gardens and take a very guided tour if you schedule it ahead of time. But the cool thing about this Imperial Palace is that you can literally walk through it. You can go down all the little alleyways, through the doorways. It's not in use anymore, so I really enjoy actually getting to walk around and actually experience it. So at first, the architecture looks pretty similar to Japanese architecture, but one of the big differences I've noticed is that there's so many painted tiles. On the rooftops, there's so many intricate designs and colorful tiles that you really don't see in Japan. I never noticed that before, but it's a really cool touch, I guess. Do you want to hear a palace fun fact?
I'd love to hear a palace fun fact.
So apparently this palace has 7,700 bedrooms. Or not bedrooms, just rooms in general.
That makes sense because I was saying to Alyssa, it feels like a village where we're just walking through a maze, and yeah, that's where they're all sleeping. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So we should be able to stay in one of them. They have plenty.
No, we're not important enough.
Oh yeah,
or,
true. Yeah.
The fact that we're not Korean either.
We're really not Korean. Well, oh well. Guys, I have fun facts about the history of this palace that I totally did not get from Wikipedia. I knew them the whole time. But this palace was built in the 1300s, so it's really, really old, during the Joseon period, which if you've seen any K-drama, that's always when it's set, that period. And this palace was, of course, burnt down like pretty much every other palace in Asia was at one point, but it was rebuilt in the 1900s, and now it's super popular to visit, and this is where the imperial family lived. Bam, there we go. Totally knew all that stuff beforehand. Guys, check out I think I recognized it because I think BTS did a performance and I was like, oh, that looks like the place BTS did a performance, and I think it is. I'm gonna double check that. But this is, they use their imperial family to host foreign envoys, and it's the largest open floating pavilion in Korea. Not that I think there's a lot of competition for that, but apparently it's the largest. But they used to host entertainment and banquet and gatherings here. So it's too bad we can't go over and visit, but I guess we're not as important as BTS or the imperial family, so you know. Also guys, I feel the need to articulate the very obvious thing you're seeing on screen, which is we came during peak fall leaf season. Every single tree in the city was these gorgeous bright yellow leaves, and the weather was so perfect. So this is right outside the Imperial Palace in the Jungno district. I'm sure my pronunciation there was flawless. And it's a really cool area to walk around even outside of the palace because it's just a bunch of small alleyways and old-fashioned buildings kind of low to the ground with beautiful mountain views in the background, and a whole bunch of amazing inconspicuous cafes. Like this right here is the entrance to a very inconspicuous but pretty cool cafe. So of course, after going to a traditional Korean palace, the next logical step is a cafe. And in Korea, actually in Seoul, they're known for their cafe cultures. And luckily I'm traveling with one of the most savvy cafe goers around. So Sarah recommended us this place, Boot Cafe. It is so cute. It is in a traditional Korean style building. So it's adorable, and I got a nice latte. I don't usually do lattes, but that seemed to be the thing here. Let's try. Oh, it's actually really nice. It's not too sweet, which I really like because I'm not big on super sweet things. Really delicious. Also, thank you, Sarah, for leading us here.
That's okay. Honestly, I haven't been to Seoul in over 8 years, but I have been consuming a lot of Seoul cafe content, so I'm very excited, and this is just step number 1.
Step number 1, what's step number 2?
Is getting food at another cafe. So
yeah.
I didn't realize, but bread is super big in Seoul and Korea. They love their bread, they love their bakeries and bagels.
And bagels, right? Yeah.
We literally walked past a place that has a giant bagel at the front.
Yeah, guys, check out this giant bagel, put it in.
I don't know why, they're really big on bread, which I'm all for. Yeah, but I just cannot, I was just saying to Alyssa, if this was in Tokyo, this would have a line of an hour. If you guys are planning a Seoul itinerary, do not reference TikTok or short form on Instagram. And I say that because everywhere you go will be overrated, even if it's amazing, because there's too many people.
Also, this was like an actual old like Korean style building. So if you look at this door, like I'm not tall. I'm like 5'5", 166. And this door is so small because back in the day, everyone was so short. So that was like the proper door height. So I just thought that was really interesting to like observe and check out. I finally feel tall.
You're a giant American.
I'm a giant American, yeah. So after coffee, we just Googled bakery, and the bakery closest to us, it was right across the street from the cafe. We were like, oh, it probably should be fine. It was called just like specialty coffee and bakery. But immediately when we get to the entrance, we're already noticing, this entrance, it seems a little different from, you know, the average bakery. Even in Tokyo, it kind of feels more like a modern art museum. You have to like go up a staircase to even get to the main part of the bakery. But no, it was in fact a bakery, but it was also a bakery with a giant moss volcano in the middle of it. I would have liked to ask the staff like why there's a giant moss volcano in the middle of the bakery, but from what I gathered, it was purely just for vibes, which I gotta say, Koreans really visionary, you know, the vibes from a moss volcano in a bakery are actually immaculate, and it really adds to the whole bread eating experience, I gotta say. I got a croissant, and no wait, oh yeah, Sarah got a croissant, and I just got, I think, a normal piece of bread. But on the second floor, there also was this like weird modern art exhibit you could walk through as well, so I feel like I was still half right, half modern art bakery exhibit thingy, just completely random, which is a pretty crazy thing to just stumble into. After the bakery, we started walking to our next destination, which I will reveal shortly. But first, I gotta say, what's a very Japanese thing to do when you're just walking around? That's right, go into a konbini. So we stopped first at a Korean bini, which was my first time ever in a Korean konbini. Guys, check it out. Look, Capri Sun. For any American, you know that this is like the drink of your childhood, and I've never seen it in Japan, and I'm surprised they have it here. The packaging looks a little different, but I'm gonna get it, try it, because it's honestly been like 15 years since I've even had one myself. So, so exciting. Sarah doesn't understand my excitement right now, but no, this is exciting. Okay, time to try my first Capri Sun in about 15 years. Sarah, are you excited?
Not really.
Literally,
I'm excited for you.
Every like little kid, this is what you put in like a lunchbox, this is what you have during recess. Like,
you have nostalgia.
I do. Okay.
I wonder if you actually like it as an adult. It's like one of those things where you liked it as a kid.
I think it tastes almost the exact same as like Capri Suns when I was growing up.
Do you like it? You didn't answer the question. She's like, no. I know her very well. She doesn't like sweet drinks.
It's the taste of my childhood. Okay, to be honest, if I were to like try this for the first time now as an adult, I would never get this.
It's the nostalgia.
But Sarah's right, like I used to love these things growing up, and I think it tastes about the same. So for that reason, it's a nice, I transported back in time.
I'm glad.
I appreciate, I like
and
that.
with Korea, with a great view of the Korean palace and the autumn leaves, which does not resemble Texas in the 90s.
That's a good fun fact. Yeah, it's true. Also, I thought konbinis like in Japan were top notch, but this one is like really good too. Yeah. I don't know if this is just like a massive one or this brand in particular.
Yeah,
is really good. What was it called again?
G725.
G725.
Yeah.
But the G7 is written in like Korean Hangul, so we couldn't really tell that. We looked it up. But yeah, great experience.
I'm happy for
Check
you.
out a konbini and a Capri Sun. Although if you live in America, you probably wouldn't be as excited about it as I was. But yeah, do you want to try it?
No, thanks.
Well, guys, the more I drink of this, the more I'm like, you know, it's just too sweet for me now. My taste buds have changed. So this will probably be my last ever Capri
don't say
Sun
that. That's so sad.
ever in my entire
Where
life.
are the tears?
I'll probably never. I'm crying on the inside. Actually, crying tears would be good because they're salty. I could lick them and it'd cancel out this super sweet drink. So, yeah. Still glad I got it though, now I know.
My drink was really good, by the way. I got this lightly flavored lime drink, and it's no sugar, so the opposite experience of what you're having.
Yeah, I probably should have gotten that.
Yeah, this brand is my favorite. It's this brand.
Yeah, read it first, Sarah. What's the name on that? Let us know. Okay, we are in the traditional village, Bokchang Hanak Village. I think Hanak Village just means traditional village. So this place is really cool. There's a lot of stairs, old-fashioned buildings, and it's just gorgeous. It is really close to the palace, so it's a great place to go to after the palace, after you grab yourself some snacks. And we're here for golden hour during the sunset. So everything is just 10 times more aesthetic and beautiful. So let's see what's around, because I don't really know. One thing that's in abundance is stairs. A lot of stairs here. High elevation. Let's go. So this is actually a residential area, so they have restrictions, like you're supposed to be quiet, and then tourists can't come in after 5 p.m. So we only have like 30 minutes to walk through this area, like really quickly before they ban it. We just went into a little gift store. I got a postcard, which I always get wherever I visit, and I forgot to bring hair ties, so I bought a clip. You see girls wearing these everywhere, so I will embrace the Korean hairstyles. Let's go. Well, after all that walking, we were looking for a place to sit down, and we spotted just across the street this really cool building, which seemed to have a cool rooftop, which was very promising, so we decided to go check it out. So we found this lovely, like, tea house slash on the 3rd floor there's like tea cocktails too, and we're sitting on the rooftop because we both want to sit down because we've been walking a lot. So Sarah's downstairs ordering some tea, and I got some kind of tea slash martini drink. We shall see when it gets here, but the view is so lovely. Also, I know this is like obvious, but in Tokyo, I'm so used to being able to like communicate in Japanese and, you know, not feel like a tourist, to be back in a place where it's like, oh God, I don't speak any Korean besides like kamsamnida, which is like thank you, that I feel so bad all the time. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't speak Korean and I have to communicate in English, and I feel bad because like they don't speak English, but it's like all I got. Oh my gosh, so my drink came. I didn't realize I was getting like a full little set, and he brought me this little card to explain what everything was. So this right here is a volcanic rock tea, which is semi-fermented tea cultivated on Hela's volcanic rocks, apparently. And this is a volcanic halatini, so a martini-styled tea cocktail, pretty cool. And then these are 3 pairing foods, rice chip potato salad, a truffle Gouda gejong sand, and a Narong chip open kind of pay, whatever that means. So wow, very fancy. And all this in USD was about $11 USD. So pretty good deal. Very excited to try, I guess, the rock tea first, because he said I'm supposed to drink the rock tea first. So wow, smell this, guys. Smells like rock tea. It smells really good. That's a nice herbal tea. Yeah.
Kind of tastes like if rocks were a tea.
Yeah, it tastes like if rocks were a tea. That's a great, thank you, Sarah. And now the tea martini. Ooh, tastes like if rocks were a tea martini. That's a really good pairing. No, I'm kidding. It's actually really, really sweet. Like, it doesn't taste like a martini at all. It tastes really sweet, like a really sweet tea. Kind of like a sweeter version of this tea. So after the photo booth and a quick 10-minute bus ride, we arrived back in the neighborhood our hotel is in, which is in the popular central area of Myeongdong. Seriously guys, these Korean pronunciations and names are kind of killing me. But anyways, we, for dinner tonight, are not doing a traditional restaurant, but something a lot more exciting, and one of the things I was most excited to do is only a 5-minute walk from our hotel. Make sure, if you can't tell what this is already, to bring some cash with you when you check this place out. All right, so for dinner, we've come to the Myeongdong Night Market, which is super famous. You gotta do it. They just have so many cool food stands, and I have started off with something very traditional, which is Yeongyang chicken and tteokbokki. And if you don't know, these are absolutely must-have Korean foods, so. So good. I realized past Alyssa was too busy eating to explain what the heck tteokbokki and Yeongyang chicken are if you don't know. So Yeongyang chicken is Korean fried chicken in a slightly spicy and sweet sauce, and tteokbokki is like chewy rice cakes in a not so slightly spicy sauce, and it's like has a garlicky gochujang taste to it. So good. So Sarah's dying.
I'm having the most delicious and spiciest tteokbokki of my entire existence. Very soft, very spicy, but it's so good, but I keep eating and dying.
We've learned that Sarah's spice level tolerance is not that good. So.
Also, it's interesting how they serve it, like this plastic bag and then like the sauce in a cup. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So we had a bit of an emergency. Sarah spilt a bit of the tteokbokki on her white jacket. So now she take off the jacket and we are eating in a back alley so we don't spill anymore.
It has to go like this. Anyway, it's my favorite fluffy jacket and I'm so sad.
So we're doing some shopping. Not only do they have food, they have a lot of shopping places. So we're gonna hit up some makeup beauty stores. They have a couple ones I've been wanting to check out here, including Etude House, which they used to have in Tokyo. It was one of our favorite ones. They have a lot of like shiny kira makeup, but they got rid of them in Tokyo, and it's Korean originally. So we're gonna try to go find a couple of those. So full disclosure, when I said we're gonna go try to find one, I filmed that last clip standing right in front of Etude House, so I was pretty confident in my ability to find one. But anyhow, I bought a lot of different types of makeup here, and hey, shout out to that person who commented on my last video that they liked my eye makeup. I bought all of that from here, so thank you very much. Shopping in Korea is so good, whether it's clothes, skincare, makeup, so make sure you carve out some time and suitcase space to do it while you're in Korea. Okay, we finally turned off the main street and it's finally a little less crowded, which is nice. This is the area that most reminds me of Tokyo so far, all the lights everywhere. Sarah's going into a shop. Let's go into a shop. Sarah's been wanting a beanie.
I got it.
It's a cute little, that's adorable. Sorry, I had to cut Sarah before that super famous song got me copyrighted, but oh my gosh, that song is playing everywhere in Korea. I think we heard about like 17 times. If you know, you know. Okay, I've kind of spent a lot of money. I need to stop spending money. I keep buying all the makeup and like hair and piercing, ear piercing products. I think I'm done. Hopefully, I won't be tempted anymore. So we're finally done shopping. We spent money, but we saw a perfect late night snack. Sarah, what'd you get? And it's literally roasting on an open fire. So I was telling Sarah she should sing the whole, chestnuts roasting on an open fire song. But apparently she's never heard it. You guys know it, right? I'm not crazy. Sing it below in the comments if you know it. So that was my first 24 hours in Korea. Everything was super close together and super convenient. I did film the second day, but this vlog ended up being a lot longer than I thought. So let me know if you guys are interested in seeing a part 2. But for now, thank you and Jane or annyeong.